I want to show y'all something I got in the mail. Starting off, this is from the Hide Master. Essentially, I kind of can't see that. It's a company out of India. It's 100% bovine leather, cow leather. It comes from India. So we'll get right into it. So far, as you can see, Customs did quite the job of opening this package for me, which is always fun. But to get into it, spoiler alert, it's a new knife roll. So as you can see, there's a strap for it. And this is 100% leather. Let's see. Yep, you can kind of see that. The Hide Master. It definitely smells like leather too. Not necessarily a nubuck or synthetic. Slid a little bit there. There we go. But it smells like real leather. So let's get a peek here. So as you can see, it's not a bad roll at all. It's real soft leather, which is kind of nice. Probably been conditioned already. Comes from a tannery that is out in India. Merry Christmas Eve! We are opening a little collab that I've been working on, getting started. This is a knife roll maker out of India. I don't know. Honestly, I've never received anything from India. I don't own anything from India. I just thought it was kind of cool, and to kind of give them a test, see what they were made of. So far, real good promise. This is cow's leather. Has very distinct smells, and this totally has that. Okay, let's turn it. Hopefully, it's not too bad on your guys' screen. But as you can see, and here we have all of our pockets. So you can take a knife, and put it right in there. And then obviously we have really nice, actually, how they have this little turnover piece. Back. How they have this little cover piece. But here you have pockets for pens, extra essential stuff, and then in here you keep stuff like thermometers, pretty much anything that'll fit. Also, over here, a little side part for probably longer stuff. So, like for example, it's kind of fun having all this gear and stuff right here with me, because I can just take stuff out like this microplaner and show you that you can probably put that snugly right in there, so you wouldn't necessarily take any of your pockets for your knives. Now what we will do, I'll start loading this thing up. We got plenty of knives to do it with, so the reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to roll it up. And when I roll it up, what I'm going to be looking for is if, let's make sure you guys can see what I'm pointing at, is if these heels will touch the spines of the knife that's sitting next to it. If so, it's not a bad thing necessarily, because you can always put a like kitchen towel in there. But it's one of those things that it's good to know that, so that you're not just constantly scuffing the heels of your knives. So, I also like to do this to see how they will roll up. Let's try and throw one of these in there. Those of you that have been paying attention, this one has a really different handle. So that'll be good to see how that sits in there. Actually, pretty nicely. Sorry, my stand is Garbo. What's up, Obi? Can't you? So this is a 10 knife roll. I'm just seeing your question now. This is a 10 knife roll. We've got more pockets for longer. And to be honest, it smells delicious. This is totally leather, which is nice. So it's a 10 knife roll. Let's see more in there. I'm trying to find knives that don't have like crazy wrapping, so to say. So I don't have to sit here and like take a bunch of time unwrapping it. We'll throw some of the Sensei series in there. One there. Here. Got another one. We'll put the old fat belly chef knife in there. That'll be good to see. Get caught up over here. See, now as you can already see, we're real tight. We actually should be okay because we got this little piece. And typically the way I would do these is like in between these larger knives, I put smaller ones, like a paring knife. Let's see if I got it. Or utility of some sort. I can say, as far as rolls go, this was exceeding my expectations for what I expected to get. And if you all remember, we shoved one of those in over here. Let's just see if it fits right here, which it does. It's a little snug though. So that kind of looks like maybe our width limit is going to be that handle. I'm just trying to be super careful when I'm taking it out so I don't cut myself, because that can totally happen. Alright, so now since technically we have a full roll, we want to roll it up. It's always going to be a little fatter on the bottom end because of your handles, which will obviously stretch and wear with time, especially if it's leather. Loosen this one up some. So yeah, that was a quick roll-up job. I would have stayed and kept messing with it. I'm kind of OCD with that stuff. What's up, Jeremiah, chef? How are you? Hopefully you got your coffee. I already got my 5 hours. Roll that back out and check it out. So as you can see, as they sit, right, is what I'll look at. So I'll take this with me over here. That's what I'll look at. So like these two right here were close, but they weren't touching. As we go across, these two right here would obviously be a concern point. So like, what I mean by a concern point is they were touching. I just pushed them apart, but it's because, as you see right here, it's not opened yet, all right? It's not softened up enough to really give that loose. So what I'd probably do is make sure that these ones that have these slanted, I'd put a wider handle material in there. Something more like this, something more like this, maybe for a day, 2 days, and that'll stretch this out. And that should get rid of that issue of those two. You can see how they naturally just want to sit with each other. But I figured I would roll it up, just to kind of show you guys what I was talking about with the sense of how they touch, right? And one of the things I've always noticed, this isn't necessarily a kitchen towel, but it's a mechanic's towel that hasn't been used for anything but this purpose. So what I mean by it is laid in like that. One of the things you can do, so like on this side, you can lean one in, take one out, lay this over, make sure it's flush, and put one back in. There we go. So they overlap, and that way when you roll it up, there will be no touching. I have it facing the wrong way. There'll be at least something in between. That's why this actually has a bunch of cuts in it already, because I basically have only used this towel for this purpose in my older rolls. So just kind of a cool thing to know about getting a knife roll is if you have one of these and you notice your knives are hitting heel to spine, then you just want to put in a kitchen rag or really any towel that's clean and over and under lap your knives on the cloth. And here, I'll show you on another one. See? So they sit over under. Got a little catch up there, but there we go. So they sit like that over under. So they're just not gonna rub on whatever's next to it. All right. And yeah, totally Jeremiah playing with cow today. It smells divine here. Oh yeah. It smells like old baseball gloves that I used to get. Next step for the baseball glove would always be conditioning it and then baking it with a baseball in it. But anyways, just wanted to let you guys know that you'll be seeing some more pictures with this roll. This is called the Mont Blanc, I'm pretty sure. And the Mont Blanc is this type of roll that they have. It's the black roll, 10 pocket. I'll have a bunch of stuff up, and I'll start getting some information out there about how to get these rolls if you're interested. But I really just wanted to show you guys today and kind of get into it, so you guys could all see some of the work from the Hide Master. And this thing so far, like I said, is exceeding expectations. It's nice and soft. It's definitely got the smell to it, and overall, probably one of the nicer rolls that I've ever personally held in my hands. You go in. So yeah, this one is bovine leather. It's from India. It is a 10 pocket. 10 pocket, and then even in this pocket over here, that's my OCD. If you guys just let me grab that, I put that in there just so people could see that it's large enough. I mean, you could have a honing rod in there, a whole bunch of other stuff. Obviously, I put in a microplaner zester. I will recommend though that because of all the handles, how they offset here, if you do put something in here like a honer, put it handle side up, so that way it just gives this side a little more bulk, so it's not necessarily like as chunky on one side. But we got a nice pocket right here. It's actually lined too. Kind of nice. And then we got other little pockets here for pens. No cards or business cards. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Business cards. So we roll it up, and it is by the Hide Master. And on my last post where you guys saw me put up about customs having fun with the package, I tagged the Hide Master in there. If you want to go over to their profile, and I'm cinching it up real quick so you guys can see that too. There it is. So yeah, we're real clean. I'm actually going to throw the strap on it here in a minute and go for a little walk with it. That's kind of how I partially test these rolls too, is I'll go for walks with them, loaded, unloaded, just to kind of see how they sit, right? Just gonna see how somebody did buy one and they were going to work, what it would feel like. But yeah, it's real soft too. That's what I really like about it. So too, you can see how you know, how well that is done over here. That's something I'm going to check on here in a minute, is just go through all of these stitch seams and make sure that they're clean. And if they are, which they look like they are so far, then yeah, it should be a very good thing. So let's see where that strap is. So we got this strap over here. I'm try to do this one-handed. There we go. So that was pretty easy, one-handed. You guys might hear my son in the background. That's kind of cool. So it looks like it's a different material on the bottom. It's not just leather on it, but it's leather on the top. That's actually kind of nice. Yeah. Pretty nice. I'm impressed. As far as the button work and stuff, everything looks clean. Nothing too outrageous. They didn't miss any. Didn't miss any of these seams. I mean, these frilly things are to be expected. If you ever get something t-shirt or something like that, I mean, half the time you can just pull them off like that. The other thing, you just take a lighter to them, burn them down. There we go. But yeah, so far in hand and the hold feels great. Because of the soft leather, it's got a little give to it. It's not as like rough or hard. The weight is definitely to the back side because of all the handles. I wonder if I can mess with that. Maybe use some edge guards, but turn them upside down. Who knows? So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Hopefully this was a little fun.